Money Checkers Gaming here, finally back with another video. And let me tell you something, guys, I've got some stuff planned for this account that I never thought that I would do. But let's get to it. Right here, we got a demo of an upcoming game called Driftwood. Now, if you don't know what Driftwood is, okay, Driftwood is a visual novel style game. And what these games are, like, most of them are pretty much, it's like a text-based game. You make choices and stuff. And most of them are usually about, getting with women and, stuff like that. This game is inspired by Karawa Shouju, which is probably one of the most popular visual novels, and it's got a lot of fans. So yeah. Karawa Shouju is about some guy who has a heart problem, arrhythmia, I think it is, and he goes to Yakima, or however you pronounce it, I don't know, Yaku or whatever, and he goes to this school for disability, and you meet these like 5 different women, and yeah, and based on the choice you make is the one that you end up with. Well, this game is very similar. It's about some guy who has some problems, and he's in Boston, and there's 4 women that you can get with, and I think there was just a 5th one announced on their Facebook page. So, I don't know how this will run well on my computer, but let's get to it. The sound of children running about and adults conversing fills the air, mixing with the aroma of budding flowers and recently cut grass. The sun is radiating warm light onto the grassy-hilled park area, and a soft rolling breeze is causing the fields of green to sway and dance methodically. Groups of people sit around wooden tables and talk among themselves, while others lay and unwind on blankets, letting the stress of their lives leave them for a short time. It's a perfect place to play soccer, football, or take a cat nap, or even jog. Or like me, you could be waiting to meet with a special someone. Oof, it's getting good. I've been prepping for this day for nearly a week, so I have a feeling this is going to start awfully very similar to Katawa Shouju. The guy said he was inspired by it, so this is probably there's going to be a lot of similarities here. Waiting, thinking, contemplating, wondering which greeting would be best. For the first thing we will talk about will be, I've even formed a list of questions to ask if things don't go as planned and the conversation does. Whoa, buddy. Okay, well, anyway. Although I know, no matter how hard I memorize the questions, I'll forget them the moment we start speaking. The concept of love is gut-wrenching if you really think about it, especially for someone my age. I've never had a girlfriend, and I'm going to be a senior in high school next year. Well, I know, sad, right? This feels like my last chance to get to know what it's like to at least have a first experience of what a relationship feels like. A small buzz from the phone in my pocket catches me slightly off guard, having been overthinking the whole situation. So yeah, just like how I showed you, you can go back and view the text that you might have missed. I pull it out, shading it with my palm as I look down to read the text message. Have a good date, sweetie. Be nice. Oh, thanks, Mom. Jeez. My mother can be such a pain sometimes, always checking up on me and making sure everything is going well. Overprotective is an understatement. Whoa, buddy. Okay. I started deciding not to answer the message. Instead, I flick through my history of messages, rediscovering the text from the night before. Michaela, tomorrow at 2 p.m. I glance towards my time on the phone, but the sound of my name coming from a familiar voice makes me freeze. Marcus! Okay, I'm not going to do a girl voice. That's too. Okay, so as you can clearly see here, the game is unfinished. This is the demo, like I said. This is a very early build too. The game is aimed for a release date of January or February of 2014. So yeah, we're probably not going to see much. My heart starts to thump a little faster as I turn as smoothly as I possibly can. Michaela stands a few feet from me with blue eyes peering at me as we stare at one another curiously. Makes me feel almost realize I need to say something, and by then my cheeks are already a heated red. Hey, how are you? Whoa. My voice cracks at the very end of my sentence, and I feel like I've just been prodded with a hot iron. For Christ's sake, pull it together. Michaela doesn't seem to mind my voice creaking. Bleh. Yeah, that is creaking. Towards a high pitch. Instead, she smiles at my embarrassment. I'm doing alright. You? I'm feeling pretty good. Click. Does the right click pause? No. Okay. Oh, it does. Whoa, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl offers me a small smile and looks around, admiring the park's atmosphere. So where did you want to go first? I tilt my head slightly to the side and scratch the back of my head as I try to remember where in all the hell I planned for us to go. I was thinking maybe we could go grab lunch and get some ice cream from somewhere nearby, maybe in either order. That sounds nice. Yeah, that face, you're lying. Okay, anyway. I offer out of agreement and slightly reveal that she seemed to agree with me. Alright. Having spotted an ice cream stand on my way here, I retraced my steps, now coming by Michaela. Michaela, the only girl who has ever shown any interest in me aside from asking for help with homework. And here we are, on a date, getting ice cream. It sounds lame, but I can't help but smile at myself in disbelief. We are two cones, one chocolate and the other vanilla. I always despise chocolate ice cream. I have no idea why, but I'll eat chocolate bars or candies without any repugnance in mind. But the moment it becomes a cold melting solid, it just makes my mouth taste sour, just thinking about it. I keep my opinions to myself, though. She's welcome to enjoy what she likes, as long as she doesn't make me taste it. I know the feel, bro. So how come you never told me you liked me before? The question is a little blatant, but I'm forced to answer. I was just nervous, I guess. I don't like being rejected. Well, I mean, who does? True, but what made you think I'd reject you? Poor self-esteem, I guess. Never really gotten anywhere with talking to girls. Man, this sounds like me. That's silly. It's just like talking to anyone else. Doesn't really feel that way, but I know what you're saying. Michaela sighs distantly and shakes her head. I think you're too down on yourself. You're not bad looking, and you've always seemed like a nice guy. She pauses, smiles at me, reaching over delicately loop her frame around my own, pulling me to her side. Besides, I said yes, didn't I? Is that enough proof that you have a chance with girls? I gave a small, nervous nod. The feeling of Michaela's body pressing gently against me is one enough to reassure me of my doubt, at least on the inside. If you say so. I gave a small cough to clear my throat and looked towards Michaela with a still uncertain look. Someone wanted to grab lunch uptown. Michaela, unfazed by my uncertainty, simply tightens her arm around mine and smiles. Sure. We step out of the green field of the park and into the hustle and bustle of the busy city streets, which are congested with people walking, biking, and driving cars. We wait at a crosswalk looking at our ice creams and watching humanity go by person by person. Oh crap, sorry about that. Each living his or own intricate lives separate from anyone else's. And here I am standing on the side of the street with the girl of my dreams, one of my few friends since 9th grade. I had doubts about actually trying to make this work, but in reality everything is going stupendously, at least for a first date. The crosswalk light turns green and cross the street and turn making my way down the sidewalk towards the section of Boston we both know as good restaurants to choose from. So what are you feeling like for lunch? I'm not really hungry, but... Her voice is caught by the nearly ear-rupturing sound of gunshots in the building ahead of us. 4 repetitive pops make my body freeze. Michaela's body has the same reaction as she falls silent, eyes with fright and curiosity. The street is eerily hushed for the next few moments, making my skin tingle and shiver with suspense. A group of 3 men step out from the building and onto the cement blocks of the sidewalk with a hurried pace. The men are wearing ski masks with body armor strapped across their chests and legs. 2 of them carry briefcases from the building and slide into the car parked parallel to the building. The last figure, also wearing a mask, bolts out of the building and pauses halfway from the entrance to the vehicle. He glances up the sidewalk in our direction where his eyes meets ours. He immediately yells something out in a foreign language I can't understand, and the yell is returned by a shout in the same language from that car. The man's right hand is a pistol, and the left a briefcase. Looks like a crinkled dollar bill as they're caught between the leather frame of the case. A bank robbery? All goes silent for what seems an eternity. The foreign-speaking man and I share a long gaze, watching his movements, each small action carefully observed. Each breath I take infects my body with an unbearable amount of stress. Sweat trickles down my neck as my extremities grow numb. My body is stiff, motionless aside from my breathing, filled with adrenaline that's heavy as lead and pumps through my veins like I'm a racehorse in the desert. Suddenly he raises his hand, the barrel of the gun pointing towards our bodies. The section being answered to his inner coils, which must have been debating during our silence. He's decided to kill us. Get down! I swing in front of Michaela, arms extended to catch any of the stray shots that might harm the person who means the most to me right now. The sound of a bullet flying by my head is quickly drawn by the sensation of pain drilling through my left shoulder. My body jerks back a good distance, forced to lean onto Michaela's body for support as I feel my whole world crumble around me. The echo that rings through my ears from the 2 bullets being fired reverberates after this round has been punctured in my body. All goes silent once more, my world fades to black and gray hues, my breathing unsteady and shaken. The silence amplifies the pain surging through my body. I feel like screaming, crying for help, making some kind of noise. Nothing comes out. I can hardly even breathe. I can't do anything. Is this what it feels like to die? The masked man who shot me turns on his heels and runs to the car at the side of the road. Slowly but surely my knees buckle and I can feel the weight of my frame squeezing down through the joints of my legs against the sidewalk. Soon after, I collapse. My gaze was up to the last sense of strength in my body to see Michaela trying to hold me up. A horrid, dreadful look remains on her face. Her mouth is moving about frantically. I'd probably be screaming for help. I can't hear it, though. My strength is dissipating. My body feels numb. My eyes slowly drift closed. I see tunnels of white light filling my vision. The last thing I see is the car full of the men driving away, leaving the scene of the crime, leaving me to die. My vision is filled with an empty expanse which seemingly goes on forever. Is this heaven? It can't be. I open my eyes as wide as I can, only to be forced to squint against the brightness of the blaring white hues that shock my pupils. I blink a few times, trying to recover more of my sight from the white field ahead of me. Images begin to come into view: walls, paintings, furniture, and the bed beneath me. As I process what I'm seeing, my hearing returns to me and I can make out the sound of people speaking. I follow the sound with my eyes. A television sits on a table across the room. It's turned to a news channel. The fourth shooting this month, leaving 3 dead and 2 injured. Officials suspect the attacks are linked with the terror militia group RATW, abbreviated for Resistance Around the World. Attacks have been recorded globally in the past few months, mostly in Europe and South and North America. Where the hell am I? I lean forward, motivated to explore my new surroundings, but I'm greeted with a sharp ping that brings a seething pain across my chest, forcing me fully into consciousness. Whining out in agony is enough to gain the attention of a man in a turquoise gown I hadn't noticed until now. He's standing beside me where I lie, pressing me back down into my bedding. At first I feel threatened and try to break away, but then my sense of smell finally kicks in. The man's wearing latex gloves. The smell of the gloves mixes with the sense of sterile cleanliness wafting about the room. Based on the man's appearance, the white lighting in the bed, I'm in a hospital. And I'm alive. I'm alive? I think aloud, staring forward at nothing in particular as I unclog the gears of my mind. The man dressed in the pleasant colored gown offers me a smile out, settling back down to the hospital bed. Yes, you are alive. I am alive. This is reality. So, that means... Michaela! I quickly dart my eyes upwards at the man, struggling to keep my words up to speed my thoughts. What about Michaela? Is she alright? Who? I gag out silently at the thought of Michaela being dead because of me, and I raise my voice to panic yell. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pretty. She has to be alive. The doctor leans back in his nearby chair, quizzical look coming over his scruffy face. I think I saw her visiting yesterday. She has a soft voice, seems very gentle. I let out a sigh of relief, my body melting back into my bedding. My sacrifice wasn't in vain then. Yeah, that's her. You're lucky, you know. The doctor chuckles as he scans over pages on my patient chart. I look to him curiously, unsure as how I lived through the encounter to begin with. I could care less how lucky I am. I'm overjoyed just to know I'm still breathing. He raises up a small diagram of the human body, a circle drawn on the top of the left shoulder. You cheated death, Marcus Speck. I look at him with a slightly unbelieving glance. He offers a smug grin at my cynicism, tapping his pen against his lower lip. The bullet missed your rib cage, lungs, clavicle, and spine by a few millimeters. It could have done some serious damage. I'm forced to look back down at the spreadsheet in disbelief, before I instinctively try to take a look at my left shoulder. Regretfully, I'm greeted with the same sensation of pain from earlier. Ow! The doctor sits up quickly, settling my head back down in a comfortable position under the pillow of the hospital bed. Hesitantly, I kick my legs up, even if the movement in itself is agonizingly painful on my body. I feel a sense of relief run over me again, relaxing me.